Yo, what's up guys, it's EG. Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about 8 books Ayanokoji would read 100%, and I bet all my money that if he was in the White Room in real life, or if it was like real, they would already have made him read it. And no, I'm not talking about The Art of War by Sun Tzu, or 48 Laws of Power, or How to Win and Influence Friends, or even books that I've already mentioned in this channel. Today I'm putting you guys on straight sauce, and I'll put my name on the line and say that if you read all 8 of these books, or even 2, you'll become a killer. So with that being said, let's hop into the first book. The Pineal Gland, The Eye of God by Manly P. Hall. This book explores the pineal gland's historical and spiritual significance, often referred to as the third eye. Manly P. Hall dives into various philosophical, religious, and scientific perspectives to uncover its mystical attributes. This text provides a comprehensive look at how ancient civilizations perceived the pineal gland as a source of mystical power and its connection to the divine, suggesting that it played a pivotal role in enlightenment and spiritual awakening. So why would Ayanokoji read it? Ayanokoji's fascination with the depths of the human psyche and the unseen forces that drives human behavior would drive him into this book. He would see it as a tool to explore the intersection of science and spirituality, providing a unique lens through which to view human motivation and consciousness. Understanding the pineal gland's influence could offer him an unconventional strategies for psychological manipulation and controls. So even if you don't care about what Ayanokoji thinks, here are the benefits from reading this book. By assimilating the knowledge within, you could enhance your psychological acumen and gaining an edge in understanding and influencing others. This deeper comprehension of human consciousness could also aid in navigating the complex social dynamics all throughout society and allowing you to manipulate situations with greater finesse. And also you'll learn how to harness the power of the pineal gland, which you need to know. If you don't like non-fictional books, you can also read the only fictional book on this list, which is The Brothers Karamazov by Fydor. This book is a masterpiece, not just a novel, but a profound exploration of fate, doubt, and free will and the struggle within the human soul. Dosketsy presents a tapestry of characters, each embodying different aspects of Russian society, as well as philosophical and theological debates. The narrative dives deep into the essence of human existence, questioning moral philosophies through the lens of its deeply flawed yet intensely relatable characters. This is actually like one of the only books two of the only books I have in person in my house. So why would Ayanokoji read it? As we can see in the anime, Ayanokoji actually already said he read other works of Dosketsy, like Horitika was reading Crime and Punishment by Fydor, and Ayanokoji said he read that book. So Ayanokoji would be captivated by Dosketsy's exploration of the human condition, seeing it in parallels to his own observation and manipulation of those around him. The psychological depths of the character and the moral complexity of their choice would provide him with a richer understanding of the forces that drive human action and decisions. Ayanokoji could draw parallels between the manipulative strategies he employs and the philosophical inquiries posed by the novel. And by the way, I know I'm saying his last name wrong. And again, if you don't care about Ayanokoji, the benefits for reading this book on your own is that the novel's exploration of existential questions would offer you profound insights into human psychology and the ethical dimensions of their actions. It would sharpen your ability to predict and manipulate the actions of others, while also providing prompts to reflect on your own moral compass and the consequences of your manipulation. And for the third book, this is actually made by a billionaire. So Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order, Why Nations Succeed and Fail by Ray Dalio. So what is this book about? Ray Dalio combines history, economics, and geopolitics to analyze the rise and fall of empires, their economical cycles, and the big shifts that have shaped the world order. Dailo offers a framework for understanding past patterns to predict future changes. This book is a comprehensive guide to navigating the complexities of global power dynamics, economical cycles, and the interconnectedness of global markets. So why would Ayanokoji read it? I mean, from what I just said, it's so obvious, but let me explain. Ayanokoji's strategic mind would be intrigued by the patterns and principles Dailo outlines. Understanding the cyclical nature of global power dynamics and the factors leading to rise and falls of nation could offer him invaluable insights into creating strategies for personal advancement and navigating societal shifts. This knowledge would equip him with the foresight needed to anticipate and leverage changes within his own microcosm at the school. So what are the benefits of reading this? Honestly, I'm not even gonna say the benefits. It's so obvious. If you don't know the benefits, like, you're not gonna make it. So now let's move on to the fourth book, Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet-David. Patrick Bet-David provides a strategic playbook for thinking ahead in the realms of business and life. The book emphasizes the importance of mastering the art of anticipation, strategic planning, and understanding your opponent, and the critical role of adaptability in achieving success. But David draws on his own experience to illustrate how thinking several moves ahead can be applied to business leadership, personal development, and strategic planning. So if you know anything about Ayanokoji, this book sounds exactly like him. He plays life like chess. This book's focus on strategic foresight and planning resonates with Ayanokoji's methodical approach to life and competition. He would be drawn to Bet-David's analytical process and the emphasis on understanding one's adversaries, seeing it as a parallel to his own strategies for navigating the complex social hierarchy and competitive environment of the school. The principal outline would serve as an advanced guide to refining his tactics and enhancing his strategic mindset. And the benefits, I'm not even gonna say it, you know what you would gain. Legit, you'll know your next 5 moves pretty much. So let's move on to the next one. And the fifth book is The Secret History of the World by Jonathan Black. This book presents an alternative narrative of world history, viewed through the lens of secret societies and esoteric traditions. So as you guys know, you've been taught everything by the school, and what have they done? They taught you false narratives. So Jonathan Black argues that the historical events have been influenced by hidden spiritual and mystical practices. This book explores how the secret knowledge and occult philosophies have shaped civilizations, suggesting a different interpretation of historical events and the development of human consciousness. So why would Ayanokoji read it? I mean, it's so obvious. Ayanokoji's interest in the mechanisms of power and control would naturally extend to the covert influences on history and society described in this book. He would be fascinated by the idea that much of the world's history is shaped by unseen forces and secret knowledge, recognizing parallels to the manipulative tactics he employs within his own life. This exploration of hidden historical narratives could offer him new perspectives on power dynamics and the manipulation of societal structures. So I don't even need to talk about the benefits. Like, if you don't even know what actually gone on in the world and you're just listening to everything the school teaches you, again, you're not gonna make it. So number 6, and this is actually really underrated, funnily enough, the Quran, Torah, and Bible. So I'm not saying you need to read, actually you could read all 3. I personally recommend reading all 3. So these central religious texts of Islam, Judaism, and Christianity respectively are foundation to understanding the beliefs, value, and historical narratives that shape societies and the cultures all around the world. Each text offers insight into the moral and ethical frameworks that guide millions of people, billions of people, along with stories and parables that have influenced human thoughts and behaviors for the entire history of the world. So why would Ayanokoji read them? Ayanokoji would be interested in these texts not only for their religious and moral teaching, but for the deep insights that they provide into human nature, society, and the complexity of ethical decision making. Like, you think 48 Laws of Power teaches you about human nature, bro? Read these religious texts. Understanding the psychological and societal impact of these religions would arm him with the ability to navigate and manipulate a broad spectrum of human behavior and beliefs. He would see these texts as a means to master the art of influence by tapping into the deeply held values and motivation. And I'm not even going to elaborate further. If you don't understand why you should read these 3 books, you're not going to make it. So the second last book, The Red Book by Carl Jung. Carl Jung, The Red Book, is a personal account of his journey into the depths of his own psyche, documenting his experiments with unconscious processes and the development of his theories on the collective unconsciousness and individualization. It's a deeply personal work that reveals Jung's exploration of his own dreams, visions, and encounters with various aspects of psyche, serving as a foundation for many of his later theories in analytical psychology. So why would Ayanokoji read this? Bro, this is basically a masterclass of psychology. If you want to get into psychology, if you want to learn anything, archetypes of people, etc., etc., the Red Book by Carl Jung is like his most critically acclaimed book. You need to read this. I'm not gonna explain further, bro. You're not gonna make it if you don't understand. Lastly, to wrap up this video, all these books have been banger. I went 8 for 8. The last book is Choose Your Enemies Wisely by Patrick Bet-David, and he returns. The book underscores the strategic importance of selecting one's adversaries carefully and understanding the dynamic of conflict and competition. Patrick Bet-David offers insight into the nature of rivalry and the strategic considerations involved in choosing when and whom to engage in battle. The book is a guide to navigating competitive environments and emphasizing the role of wisdom and strategy over brute force. So why would Ayanokoji read it? Bro, Ayanokoji basically embodies this book, bro. Just like the other one. So like you guys know, I'm not gonna explain further why you should read this book. That should just be enough. Like if you guys just heard that synopsis and thought, oh, this book sounds boring, or no, this book is not going to be beneficial, you're not going to make it. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Peace on the street. And also have a 1-year White Room program. I already mentioned it enough, but if you want to join the real life White Room, if you want to be in class A to D in like a real life classroom elite, if you want a program that has which is over 400 slides and will bring you to your 100% of your potential, if you want to meet a group of 300 like-minded people, do the test in the description below. Peace on the street.